Hi guys, welcome to week 3 of Bluucircles weekly video blog with me, your host. Hope everyone is doing well. Tonight I am sporting one of my new flower crowns because after last week's episode talking about flower crowns for a little bit, I needed to make some more immediately. So that's what I did. I made about 5 more, so I've got this one that I've got on now, and I'm going to show off a couple of the ones that, actually I'm going to show off all the ones that I made, because this is what I like to do, and I should show them off, because they came out pretty cool if you ask me. Pretty cool. So there we go. That's what happens. I talk about a project, I get super excited about it, and I need to do said project immediately, so I'm glad that I got a couple of those out of the way after talking about it last week. Man, I don't mean to start this on a sad mood yet again, but I gotta give respect to Alan Rickman's passing. That one was a really sad one. I woke up and did not want to believe that that had happened. So many of us grew up watching his movies, watching him act, you know, whether it was Harry Potter, which I feel was the majority of people who knew Alan Rickman, but like I knew him not just from Harry Potter, even though that's incredibly important because I grew up watching Harry Potter, reading Harry Potter, but Dogma, Sweeney Todd, Robin Hood, Love Actually, Galaxy Quest, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He did so many different roles and he did so much during his time, and he will be really missed. It is really sad to think that I will never catch him in another role again. So as much as I did not want to start this episode, like last week's episode, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. So, on to brighter topics. The second Digimon Tri movie promotional video came out, and it was very, very exciting. There's a lot of mystery going on. There's that mysterious character whose outfit bears quite a resemblance to the Digimon Emperor's outfit. What's going on there? I know that the O2 kids are really important to me. Digimon O2 is my favorite season, so when news of the Digimon Tri movie started coming out and they were only focusing on the adventure kids, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? If this is taking place, you know, a few years after O2, why are the O2 kids not there? And then they released the first 5 minutes of the first Digimon Tri movie a week or so before it came out, and that sort of answered all our questions and dug a knife into my heart. I really hope my kids are gonna be okay. Hopefully we'll get some more answers in the next video, the next movie, especially with that mysterious Digimon Emperor looking character there. So we'll see what happens. I want it to be March right now. I really gotta give props to Toei and Crunchyroll though for them simulcasting the first movie when it came out a couple months ago. I was worried that I was gonna have to dig through some not so legal intranets to acquire a subtitled copy of Digimon Tri, but I didn't have to. It was just like a Saturday morning again where I woke up, got very excited, and darted out into the living room to start watching Digimon and eat my cereal while cuddle up on the blankets. That was so great. I can't wait for March so I could do that all over again. This week, moving on to the topic, try to be a little quick about this. This weekend was Genesis 3, which is a Smash Brothers tournament for those of you who do not know, and that's what this week's topic is going to be on, is Smash Brothers. If you had told me 2 years ago that I was going to be super hype about watching Smash Brothers Melee tournaments, I would not have believed you. I cannot even believe still that I went from being really not negative on it, but I was pretty neutral. I didn't really care. Now I'm like on the edge of my seat during every tournament, and it's so exciting. So my first exposure to Smash Brothers was back in 1999 with the first release for the N64. We all remember that commercial with like the Pikachu and the Mario and the Donkey Kong mascot costumes, and they were all fighting each other, and it was so wacky. And as a kid, that's the sort of thing that like reels you in. You're like, Mom, Dad, I need this game. So I told Mom, I need this game, I really want to play. Even though I had no idea about who the characters were. Like half the roster, more than half the roster, I didn't know. I had never played a Zelda before. I never played Star Fox. I only barely knew what Donkey Kong was because of Diddy Kong Racing. I had no idea about Earthbound either back then, which is hilarious. Truth be told, the only amiibo that I actually own is Ness here, and I have Lucas on pre-order because Earthbound and Mother 3 are actually some of my favorite games now. Again, I had no idea about this little guy back in 1999. I didn't know anything about the Mother series, so I just played these games because they were fun. I played as Kirby because he had a good recovery from off stage, because I was constantly getting thrown off stage. I was really bad at Smash Bros. I mean, I was bad at it. I could hold my own against my siblings, but not against other friends. It was terrible. You know, we all played for fun back then until we realized when all these subsequent games came out that you could play them at a highly competitive level in front of thousands of people for cash monies. Imagine. So, again, first exposure was Smash 64. I played Melee a little bit in college when I eventually acquired a GameCube, but I didn't really get into it. I didn't get into Brawl either when that came out either. I was excited for new characters to be announced. It was cool when Lucas got announced, but I didn't play it. I also didn't have a Wii, so that kind of helps as well. It wasn't until I started dating Jan in 2010 that I reconnected with Smash Brothers. He was really into it. I remember playing him when I was in high school, getting my butt kicked all the time because he actually knew what he was doing and I didn't. He played in college too. I think he had like college tournaments, or like within his college they held like little tournaments, and so he was pretty well versed in all that sort of stuff, and his interest in Smash never died down. So it wasn't until 2013 when the Smash Brothers documentary came out that he pulled me over and sat me down and was like, alright, it's time for you to learn about this because this is sort of a big deal, you know, Smash is coming back, this documentary just came out, and that really helped expand my knowledge on it, and is what got me interested in wanting to watch tournaments and having any interest at all in Smash Brothers again. If you have not seen the Smash Brothers documentary, I would highly recommend doing so. It's really great, it's very informative, and it's just cool, like, just as a documentary about video games and the people who play video games. Highly recommend it. Please go Google it, please go YouTube it, just watch it, please go watch it. It was after that Jan started having me tune in with him more to tournaments. The first one that I can specifically recall was Apex 2014. I still had no idea about the rules of the game, how brackets worked, like how anything, like the players, I still was not really familiar with the current players, but the hype and the excitement, like that you can feel, that you can sense. You don't need a documentary to see how excited these people were getting over the game. So now I just get really, really into watching Smash Brothers tournaments. So again, Genesis 3 was over the weekend, and I was on the edge of my seat like all during Top 8. Top 8 was so exciting. So a couple of the players that I'm really into that I follow, so like Mango ended up in losers after his short time in singles and crawled his way up out of the losers bracket and made it to grand finals with Armada, and that was incredibly hype. That was so exciting. He played not really great when he was in singles. He did okay during the draft crew battles, but for as not so great as he was playing on Saturday, he was insane. He was so on point on Sunday. He went into his Neo mode, they like to call it, and just demolished everyone, just anyone who was in his way. Just boom, boom, boom. He reset the bracket to when he was in grand finals, and everyone lost their mind. So it was a whole stadium filled with people watching Smash Brothers. They usually are in hotel venues, and they're usually in the large like rooms there for holding events, but across the street was some stadium that I guess they were able to rent out to show top 8 for Smash 64 and top 8 for Smash 4 and top 8 for Melee, and it was just packed. For Melee, it was completely packed. It was nuts. So you have people, like, everyone's chanting, everyone's jumping up and down, hugging each other, getting so excited over all these players, and everyone played superbly that weekend too. Axe is another player that I follow, and he did really well. SFAT up against Ice, that was super exciting. They were like neck and neck in terms of level and skill. That was really fun to watch. Everything was super fun to watch this weekend. But as hard as Mango tried, he did not win. Armada, you know, he is ranked number 1. I think this is the second year he's been ranked number 1. So you kind of expect him to pull it off. But Mango did a lot better in top 8 than he did during the rest of the game. So that was super exciting. I was like falling on the floor, and I'm jumping off the couch, and I'm like pounding on the table every time he, you know, got a stock, and I was like, oh man, bro, you gotta reset the bracket. You gotta reset this bracket. We need a bracket reset. And when he did that, the whole stadium just like lost their minds. It was so good. Smash Brothers is a really fast-paced game though. It is hard to follow when you first get into it. But once you pass that threshold and your eyes can kind of keep pace with what's going on the screen, it becomes a whole lot easier to navigate. So, man, I can't wait. At the end of this month is another big Smash tournament. PAX does a Smash tournament now. Last year's was really, really good. It was especially super fun because Mewtwo King 6-0'd Leffen, and that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was amazing. That was another one where like Mewtwo King climbed his way out of loser's bracket and just then demolished Leffen. He didn't let him take a single set. It was chaos. It was great. Everyone was losing their minds. People were chanting for Mewtwo King. It was so exciting. So I am super looking forward to the next tournament. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Man, let me know about what esports you follow. I know that Melee is not the only esport, and everything's getting really big. I know League's getting big, Counter-Strike's getting big, so let me know. Let me know if you're into real life sports. I am somewhat, but I really wouldn't consider myself a sports fan. I've seen one baseball game my entire life. I've been to a couple hockey games. That was really cool, like in person. That was a lot of fun. The energy, again, like the energy is really exciting during those times. World Cup was super duper fun to watch too. But that's really it for me in terms of esports stuff. So let me know what interests you guys. Let me know. Leave a comment. Tell me your other thoughts. Again, if you have any questions, if there's something you want to know, if there's a topic you want me to discuss, if there's some knowledge that you think I have and you want me to discuss it a little more in length, please do. And, you know, we'll get to that one week. Someone suggested that I do Disney. I am definitely going to do Disney, but in a couple of months. There's a reason for that, and you'll see why when I do. But look forward to that. Otherwise, if there's anything else, let me know, and I think that's going to be it for this week. So, see you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.